Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam McCullough. Hope you guys are all doing well. We are back with your Manchester United news. And now the transfer window is closed. It's all calmed down a little bit, hasn't it? There's not a new transfer news piece every 10, 15 seconds and breaking news left, right and centre from loads of fake agents on Twitter. But we are here to bring you the latest news. We'll be discussing Cristiano Ronaldo, some quotes from Jamie Carragher and quotes from Eric Bailly. And of course, Jay Motti has been interacting with the likes of Kieran Maguire on Twitter. And he's got a little kind of headline for us through his conversations. So we'll be looking at that as well. Make sure you're keeping it locked, you're liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. All that jazz here on Stretford Paddock. We've got loads of great content for you guys. The other day, the day after the United game against Arsenal, we were on the overlap. Myself and Joe were joined by Carl Anker, David Ornstein, Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, Robbie and Pippa from Arsenal Fan TV. And we had a lovely little chat. So go and check that out. There's a clip of it on Stretford Paddock. And obviously the full video is up on the Overlap channel. But let's get stuck into the latest news from Manchester United. And we hear Manchester United boss Erik ten Hag wants to involve Cristiano Ronaldo more after some good substitute cameos. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo has started just one match since the return or the appointment of Erik ten Hag at Old Trafford. That was obviously the match where Anthony Martial was injured. We lose the game anyway against Brentford. It wasn't a good look. We know what happens. But apparently Erik ten Hag wants to involve Cristiano Ronaldo more in the coming weeks. The Portugal international has been a substitute for the club's last 4 matches in the Premier League. However, he's impressed coming off the bench and will be hoping to get more minutes under his belt in the coming games ahead. United will rock back when Ronaldo asked to leave shortly after the club had failed to qualify for the Champions League. Shortly after the club had failed to qualify for the Champions League. Excuse me. Shortly after. He said it in July, bruv. He could have said it a lot earlier than that. And Fabrizio Romano, writing for Court Offsiders, claimed ten Hag wants to involve Ronaldo more as the games continue to come thick and fast. That is basically the article. I can't believe I've read through that, you know. I can't believe this is the state of journalism these days. They find a quote of Fabrizio Romano's from an article he's done, don't even include that quote, and just make a story of it. But Cristiano Ronaldo, of course he's going to play more. We've got Europa League games coming up. We'll have Cup games coming up very soon. Of course Cristiano Ronaldo is going to play more. I also think when he's been coming off the bench, he's been showing some decent levels of press, energy, etc. But how much of that is him coming off the bench? Do you know what I mean? If he starts for 90 minutes, can he do that for 60, 70, 80 minutes? I don't think so. So maybe having that bench role is probably better for him in some games. And in other games, like that one against Real Sociedad, I would play him. In fact, against Real Sociedad at Old Trafford, I'd probably ring the changes. I wouldn't start Rashford, I wouldn't start Bruno, I wouldn't start Varane, I wouldn't start Martinez. I'd give a lot of these players rests and almost have 2 different 11s for the Europa League and for the Premier League. Because we need to focus on the Premier League this season. Obviously, the Europa League is a chance into Champions League football, but the Premier League is our bread and butter. I told you Jay had been on Twitter chatting about these days, and Kieran Maguire, you know who we're on about. He's been on the channel a few times. He does obviously all the football finance stuff, and he's tweeted Manchester United's share price rose yesterday, and it's now above the August 2012 launch price for the first time in many months. The stock market valuation in New York is up $600 million in a month, as shares are up 39%. And then Jay asked him, the little pest, "Morning Kieran, do you think this has any bearing on whether a sale by the Glazers is likely?" And Kieran said, "It's probably speculative buying of shares which has boosted the price, due to the mumbles and rumours doing the rounds at present. Still not much higher than at the start of the year." So the price is going up. Maybe that's because people are buying shares because they're assuming United are going to sell, therefore, you know, they could be rewarded for that. But that's where we're at the moment. There's been a lot of rumours. There was talk about a 3.75 billion price tag. That's probably before you get to the debt and the stadium refurbishments and all those kind of things. But if they are genuinely thinking about selling, it'd be a long process maybe. But maybe there's a sign, there's light at the end of the tunnel. But what we can't do is be distracted by headlines. Because how many times have you heard they might do this or they might do that or they might do this, and it's never come to fruition? We need to keep on their necks. We need to keep protesting. We need to keep making our voices heard. And hopefully these scumbags piss off. I wouldn't hold my breath though. Jamie Carragher slates Eric Bailly's claim English players get preference at Man United. So Eric Bailly has come out and said that he felt that the English players got preference in the dressing room. He said the club should avoid favouring English players and give everyone a chance. They should encourage competition in the dressing room, not just look out for some. I've always had the feeling that the national player was prioritised. That doesn't happen at Chelsea or other big Premier League clubs. Some people see, this is what... how many adverts on this article? I'm going to lose my mind here in a minute. Some people take it for granted that they are going to start and that weakens the team. Luckily, Ten Hag has a lot of character and I hope he can change the dynamic. So he's not having a dig at Eric Ten Hag, he's having a dig at how things were previously. And Jamie Carragher, wrong again, tweeted, absolute nonsense. Eric Bailly has been injured consistently and poor when he has played. That's why they keep buying players to replace him. Harry Maguire is a better player. First of all, Harry Maguire is not a better player than Eric Bailly. It's that simple. He may have a better injury record, sure. He's not a better defender than Eric Bailly. I'm happy to say that on a record. Harry Maguire's left Manchester United's 11 and all of a sudden we start winning games again. It's more than a coincidence to me. To take him out of that back line, you know, he was spreading uncertainty, he was in spreading nervousness. And to take him out of that back line, we've gone and improved. Now, of course, Eric Bailly did have his injury problems. That's cool. I understand that. And I'm not that arse that he's actually left. But he'd probably deserve a spot over the likes of Maguire and Jones. And I kind of feel like he is right. Eric Bailly's gone. He used to play a bad game and get dropped immediately. Whereas Maguire could have a stinker week in, week out. McTominay could have a stinker week in, week out. Phil Jones can do what he wants and he's still got a contract. So maybe if I'm Eric Bailly and I'm in that dressing room and I'm seeing Harry Maguire get picked every week, I'd feel like that too, do you know what I mean? So, yeah man, that's it. I'm also hearing, I'm sitting there hearing like a bad version of Jim White this morning, ain't I? Tuchel has been sacked apparently. Yeah, Thomas Tuchel has been sacked. Where do they go next? Because if you look around on the market, Pochettino's the only available choice. Will he go there given his history with Tottenham? Who knows? Maybe they can get Pochettino in. But when you're looking around for managers, there's not many choices. Thomas Tuchel won a Champions League there. Thomas Tuchel, for me, was top, 4 or 5 coaches in the league. That's mental. The amount of changes they've had at the club, and to make that sacking now, bit weird to me. Why let him spend all that money if you're going to sack him so soon? Do you know what I mean? But then maybe the owners want their own guy in there. Want to get their own guy in place. One down though. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, I've been Adam McCullough. This has been your news. Go and check out our clip of the overlap. Go and check out all our other content as well. Subscribe and all that stuff. Head over to youtube.com/Adam McCullough. Subscribe there as well. And also twitch.tv/Adam McCullough. Do me a favour. See you in a bit.